Hell, she didn't go anywhere. That or something drug her over here, but she didn't go anywhere. She was dead super quick. Right there. Well, it's October the 6th here in southern Indiana. First time ever hunting this property I bought a little over a year ago. Really quiet this morning. It's probably 65 degrees. We're supposed to have a west-northwest wind, but right now there's zero air movement. Got a trail camera down on the little cut that runs through this property. Got a crossing right down here that they cross fairly regularly. Work up these hills. There's a bunch of acorns. When I was out scouting yesterday in the rain, I don't know, we'll see. I'm just excited to be hunting a new place. Love hunting my own places, you know. You work so hard, and you get these dreams, and you know, buying land is generally a dream for everybody, and I've been fortunate enough to own a few different pieces of property, and it's always fun, especially when it's a new one. Haven't seen anything but a bunch of squirrels. Winds are finally starting to pick up a little bit. I got some work I gotta go do, and then I think I'm gonna get all that done and start heading out. See if we can't find some other sign somewhere to set up on for the afternoon. Alright, so head out for an evening sit. Did a bunch of work. Did a bunch of scouting, running around. I think I'm going to go down in the very bottoms. And I got a trail camera down there. It seems like I've had a lot of deer crossing right there, so we're just going to go down there, I think, and see. Because I did a lot of scouting at this end of the property today, tromping it up. So I'm just going to leave that alone and go down that direction. That's the plan. We are back in a tree for an evening sit on October the 6th, I believe it is. I came down in these bottoms down here. I got a trail camera about 10 yards away from me, keeps getting pictures of deer walking this bottom. So I like this. We got a bunch of drainages that all funnel in here together. And there's a trail that comes up over the ridge over here, dumps in. Trail that goes up, feeds right to where I was hunting this morning. It just looks freaking awesome in here. You can see quite a bit. It's quiet. Wind's all 180 from what it was on top of the hill, which actually is good. So, being a flatland guy in northern Indiana, you get down here, the word thermal is serious. So, this should be a fun set. There's a squirrel that I want to shoot so bad. Anyway, we're down to about the last 40 minutes of light. The cold front moved in. You can feel the temperature dropping. Funny part is, all my cell cams are going crazy right now, except for the one that happens to be near where I'm hunting. Just the way it goes. So, stick it out. Still could get good yet. Well, needed her to come in about 10 minutes sooner. Still had probably 10, no, almost 15 minutes of legal light left. But it's just so dark in this timber. I actually came to full draw on her, but I didn't want to shoot her that late. I looked down at the camera, it was like ISO, like 120,000. Footage would have been crappy. I didn't even see the second one until she stopped out much later. But anyways, we'll get in here and get after them in the morning. There's a lot more in here besides them, so. Well, it is Saturday evening, October 7th. Southern Indiana, high 50s, a west-northwest wind. Perfect. Got up in this little tree that I saw this morning on the same oak flat. Got this canopy of these adjacent tree that I'm buried in. So I think the cover here is awesome. The wind is right. Trail cameras have been showing these deer on this oak flat eating these acorns every evening. Should have hunted here yesterday evening. So I'm hoping, I'm really hoping. Well, freaking liver. Gosh dang it. Man. I thought I held it right on her shoulder, but I don't know what I did. Sure looked like liver to me. It had that hollow sound. But it's early. Got lots of time. I know right where she went. We'll give her a while. See if something else comes in. Alright, well, I'm about out of light. About a half an hour after I shot that doe, I heard a doe bleating down in the bottom. I had another doe come up behind me. I think she saw me move, and she took off. Then about an hour after I shot that doe, I heard a lot of rustling down in here. I'm hoping she's bedded down. It's just her down there just situating and kicking around and stuff. I keep hearing it occasionally. So I'm gonna get down, get out of here, collect my arrow, go look around right there at the shot, get out of here, come back first thing in the morning, go find it. Alright, so it's been about 13 and a half hours since I shot that doe. So it's around 8 in the morning. I shot her at 6:30 yesterday evening. Does that sound right? Math is hard right now. It's fuzzy. So gonna go see if we can find her. Let's hope. Alright, so right there is where she was standing. I put a little piece of toilet paper on it. There's my arrow from last night. Sitting up in those trees way up there. It's about 26, 27 yard shot. There's definitely blood on the arrow. I don't see green. There's debris on it, but that could be just from the ground because of the angle. But there's some pretty good blood actually on the shaft right there. It's got me a little more excited that maybe this is more liver than anything, and hopefully she only went a couple 100 yards down in here and laid down, but we'll go see. Hell, she didn't go anywhere. That or something drug her over here, but she didn't go anywhere. She was dead super quick. Right there. She didn't go anywhere. I bet she ran 60, 70 yards. And I never saw her fall. Holy cow. Man, and that shot was back. And I really wasn't even, I couldn't find much blood, which didn't shock me. But now I look now I see blood. I was just standing up there. And I looked down and I saw her back laying right here. Nice big old doe. Well, that's a wrap on coming down here to my property in southern Indiana in early October. I really came down on a mission to shoot a nice doe. There's several good bucks on camera, but they haven't been daylight yet. So I want to come in here and get a feel for it. When you enter into a new piece of property, whether you buy it or it's public land or whatever, it really takes some time in the saddle trying to figure it out, get a feel for the land, what's on it, what's using it, how they're using it. I mean, I knew what was here, but even how they're using it, I didn't know. Outside, I found an oak flat that seemed to have a lot of sign on it, so I put up a trail camera, and they just been in there almost every evening and some mornings, so it just seemed like the logical place to start. And two was I wanted to see how they're accessing it, and I had a couple ideas. This one kind of followed suit on one way, but I think they're coming in from two or three other different directions, and again, it's trying to get a feel for it. So yeah, so I put a shot on her here. she was slightly quartering away, as it turns out. Now, I'm in remote area. I don't have access to a big screen, you know, to put it on or anything like that. So all I could see is in the camera screen. So she was actually slightly quartering away, and I haven't gutted her yet, but I'm pretty sure it's all liver. But the out was a little further forward than what the end was. So that worked out really well. She only went 60, maybe 70 yards. I can't believe I didn't see her fall, but as I get down here to this vantage point, it is pretty thick looking back to where I was. So anyways, yeah, I wish I'd come out now last night and found her. It was nice and cool last night, so the meat should be fine. And I'm going to get her quartered out and get her on ice right away for my drive home. So that's it. Be back down here probably in a few days trying this again. So, you know, this is fun. New adventure for me. So hey, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Please hit the subscribe button and the like button on this. It means everything. Really helps out in the algorithms. Yeah, so helps me keep you more content like this coming to y'all. So, all right, as always, I hope you're having a great deer season. Stay safe. God bless. And it's a new day in the outdoors.